Alright, y'all.
Oboe? I think that was an oboe.
Yeah, I think I heard an oboe.
An elbow?
Alright, well, we have learned that Leanne doesn't... Oh, God. Does, in fact, have a gun in her possession currently.
I have a more important, more pressing question, though, regarding Leanne. How many directions does she go?
At least both ways.
Many ways, I think.
I mean, in this LGBTQ plus world, there's more than 2 ways, right?
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Kind of surprised that didn't get updated in the HD remake.
So, should I give
Leanne
her...
is completely pansexual. Good to know.
Save it, don't you?
Her handgun level's actually lower than her machine gun level, so I think I'm gonna have her keep the handgun.
That seems fun. It's just funny to me that, like, Vashon has, like, so many handgun levels.
I know. It's really stupid.
And they have the same machine gun level. That's the real stupid part?
Yeah, Vacheron might want the machine gun.
And she's close in her handgun, her grenade level, so it's not like I can't, like, just spam grenades and suddenly level up 1,000,000 levels.
No. If anything,
alright.
Zephyr needs that. His grenade level is still 2.
Alright, should I do this thing here? Or where am I going? I'm going to Fraud Remnants and what?
They're both, like, down... Is Fraud Remnants 8 or 9?
9?
8.
That's what I said.
I gotta go to level 8. God damn it.
Every random encounter. You know what's interesting? I feel like this is a game that, like, actually in no way needs random encounters.
Guess we got careless.
Yeah, they're useless. You never want to do them after the first, like...
There's virtually no point in the game where you're, like, gotta level up. Like, even if you're gonna, like, level grind, like, the arena exists. Like, you just have no interest in random encounters. It's weird.
It's a very good point. Oh, jeez,
Oh my god, in HD that's so much more troubling.
It is. It's not.
It kind of just looked like a bush with shoulders before, but now I can sort of make out the face, and it's not an improvement. Oh, I just don't at all.
So your favorite part is the face.
Oh boy, what's this gonna
even
do?
Even these Dwellists look mutated. The normal ones don't look like that, do they? These are special weird ones, right?
I don't have an answer to that question.
I just want to see their name highlighted at some point, but I assume that'll just happen organically.
Oh, good.
Although it is a leader assault, so maybe not. You're doing the thing. Donk.
Look, guys, remember Leanne? Oh, great, that's great. I'm glad that I did that.
See, I did that for like a whole episode. It was really frustrating. Because it seemed like I was trying to do that, and I definitely wasn't ever trying to do that.
I'm hitting him with many guns. Great.
I mean, you got double bonus shot in the same hero action. That is pretty good. Did you not get a trophy for that? I feel like that's trophy worthy. Safety Dwellist, why? You can dance if you want to. You can leave that guy behind.
Gauge break times 4. Didn't happen. Oh no!
Also, doesn't it sort of look like that Grass Yeti has, like, mint chocolate chips on his back?
Yeah.
Eat it, Yeti. Having tri-attacks is, like, good.
Super great.
It's pretty... It's decent.
Nah, it's too OP.
You prefer knife-only combat?
Indeed.
Are you the sort of person who likes slappers only in GoldenEye?
Leveled up!
I mean, Slappers is fun.
Slappers is actually pretty cool.
Great.
What is happening? Where is the gun physically at this moment?
It's best not to ask that question.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
actually a great point.
Oh man.
Good job.
You guys. Try
You did
attacks.
it.
And we got a filthy
Yeah, I mean,
part 4.
Well, I mean, obviously that's the highlight of our day, collectively. But, yeah, having tri-attacks is like a pretty big improvement on not having tri-attacks, I think.
It's the same exact fucking guy.
Yeah, but you get
Just
to look
do
at his face.
exactly what you did before.
You know, with the... Since there's no, like, snap-to-fit grid sort of thing going on with your movements in this 3D space, like... I wonder if any two people have ever experienced the same exact battle in Resonance of Fate.
Wait, what do you mean?
No, I think there's too much randomness also.
I mean, that is true. But, like, even just from a standpoint of, like, positioning yourself the
Gotta
same
jump.
way. There you go. You got that fraction of that limb.
I got something. Oh, a grenade. Why do they gotta be like this?
It's for your safety, I am led to assume. Based on the fact that those are safety duelists.
Who did we determine is the one that's good at gauge breaks? Leanne?
I don't remember if we looked at that in detail. I remember we confirmed that I'm fairly certain it was Vatron is best at machine gun.
Oh yeah, didn't we determine that? That's ridiculous.
I believe we did determine that. You know, it's a thing worth considering that none of the three of us considered.
What's that?
Poison does direct damage, and we didn't heal.
Yeah,
I considered it. We just didn't. It wasn't an issue. We didn't take any damage in the last one.
It was pretty low. It was pretty low. I mean, now I feel the need to heal, but
Yeah. After this, we will need to. Yes.
When you remind me, because I'm not sure. This doesn't come up super often. When you win a battle, like obviously your scratch damage gets healed, but okay, your direct damage does not. Confirmed.
Yeah.
Go
Got
upstairs.
yourself another filthy pouch 4.
Are they numbered in, like, order of, like, increasing excitement? Like, do I just want the biggest number of filthy pouch, or is it like golf, where it's like, I want the number 1 filthy pouch?
that's a great question, actually. Is it like the OG
Is it? Because when
filthy
I said
pouch?
it out loud, it made me very uncomfortable.
It's the same exact guy again.
No,
No.
it's like day out now.
That's just because I napped.
Yeah, but, like, that's different. See, no two battles are exactly the same.
What are you doing there, friend?
I'm airborning him.
Yeah, but you're wasting your scratch damage gun.
It's a bold strategy. Let's see how it pays off.
It did not succeed. Alright, well, good times had by nobody.
The poison effects, I don't know, they seem a lot more defined, like, visually. I mean, obviously HD remake, but, like, I don't know, it feels like there's a lot more, like, nuance to the visuals than just, like, beam of color, which is what it felt like before.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's too late.
It's too late!
You did it.
Hooray! Can you do it again in this hero action?
We'll see.
So guys, since this is not actually a Let's Play anymore, and instead is just a really long-form advertisement for the Adventure Zone,
Yes.
have either of you ever tweeted their hashtag to try and get named, or get a character named after you?
I haven't, because I wasn't caught up, and I didn't want to, I don't know, like, I wanted to be caught up and know, like, when it was happening. I certainly didn't want them to like tweet at me and be like, "Hey, you're going to be so and so," and I'm going to be like, "Oh well, I don't know who that is, and this is all spoilers, so thanks."
Do they do that? See, I don't even.
I have no idea. I didn't know enough about it to be able to determine that.
Yeah. Shoot us so many times at point blank. Oh, that's right. You don't have Twitter. You don't have like a social media footprint at all. You're like that character in like sort of like a neo-noir sci-fi movie that they're like, this person's a ghost.
Leveled up.
Cotillion doesn't exist.
The one quote-unquote social media that I have is LinkedIn.
Oh man,
that's the most baffling
of all
thing
of the ones that
like of all the ones, that's the one. That's so I get it, but I also don't get it. Does that make sense?
I don't get it at all. I don't even get it to begin with.
You did a good job.
I gotta go to Frog Remnants.
I got really frustrated. Do you maybe want to rest again? I think we took a little direct damage.
Or save.
Isn't that all that in here?
Don't know. Maybe. I can never remember which ones have it and which don't. They all look the same on the fucking overworld.
We'll find out. Yeah, see?
Sure.
Oh, look at you with your remembering.
I mean, I didn't remember, I just assumed.
Basically a coin flip. Yeah, I actually got in, like, not quite an argument, like a disgruntlement with my sister when I was, like, between jobs last year, and, like, she would both directly and indirectly try and, like, convince me that, like, I would get jobs in my industry using LinkedIn, and I was like, okay, you're not in my industry, and also you're wrong. Like, you have no information to know this, but you're also wrong. And then, like, I was watching one of her live streams, and she, like, just goes off on this, like, tangent, which is, like, not explicitly directed at me, but, like, definitely directed at me, and I'm like, we really doing this?
Like, calling you out, being like, everybody should use LinkedIn, really? That's the thing that she...
Like, wow. Not quite that bad, but, like, kind of close to that. And I was just like, maybe I'm gonna leave.
Wow, weird. Which one am I using? Which one am I going to? Oh, apparently there's a certain hunter found a copy of an ancient text there, but they just left it, claiming that there's a... Please find the artifact. So we don't know which of the areas to go to.
Can you
this isn't a case where we have to talk to him first, is it?
I think we did.
Oh god,
did we
I
already
believe now?
I think.
You want me on offense or defense?
Leanne goes both ways. Good to know.
Oh my god, how far away? How far? Okay, good.
Look at that jolly fellow! You're safe. That's how far away you are. To answer your question.
She's a crow. Okay, so... I mean, the random encounters can be in here. I think that's kind of fine. Like, at least then they're, like, appropriate for your level.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Because then you're, like, in a dungeon, right? Like, then you're... Right. You're, like, in a place where you're expecting a battle. Yeah. I don't feel like the overworld needs them.
Okay. Do I leave and try to go talk to the guy, or do I...
I feel fairly certain that we talked to him already.
We did. Okay, so you think I should just go into any of these places and see if I can find the thing he's looking for?
Yeah, if you want, I can find out which one you need to go to.
Sure, why don't you suddenly know while I do this one?
Okay.
They're all just, like, a room, I guess.
Yeah, there's not that many aspects to them, so it's, like, not the end of the world.
It's totally the end.
This is Shady Thug Stig. He's related to the Stig. He's the Skytown cousin of the Stig.
The Stig's Skytown cousin.
Anybody know what?
Some say he has more holes than a beehive.
Oh man, I miss Top Gear.
Yeah.
As much as the Grand Tour is just Top Gear, it's also just not Top Gear, and I don't know why.
I haven't really given it a proper chance. I've seen like 2 or 3 from the first season of it, and it didn't like grab me. It wasn't like terrible. It wasn't like, oh, I hate this. But it's like, it definitely felt like it wasn't Top Gear, and it wasn't quite what I wanted because I just wanted literal Top Gear.
Yeah, I mean, they made it more like Top Gear when they actually started having celebrities on again, but that was never my favorite part of the show.
No, it was never the best part of the show, for sure. Like, I mean, even on original Top Gear, it was always kind of an afterthought, right? Like,
yeah, right.
They were always, like, really short and, like, you know...
Honestly, the thing that made Top Gear good, and makes the Grand Tour good, is when they do, it's gonna be the greatest triangle ever, when they do, like, special episodes, and they go somewhere, and they, like, spend the whole time in the car.
Yeah.
Like, car news, like, I don't give a shit what these guys think about the new fucking Aston Martin. And even when I, like, slightly cared about cars, I didn't care about the new Aston Martin, so...
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, like, even for someone who's, like, a car enthusiast or petrol head or whatever the hell you want to call it, like, they really have a tendency to, like, look at cars that are, like, well outside of, you know, the price range of, like, average person. Right. So, like, the likelihood that it's something that, like, applies to you is, like, pretty low.
Oh, I got one.
Duelist.
Don't forget the box.
I like this violin shit. It's good. It's good shit.
Oh yeah. That good violin shit. Guns, guns, guns! Pew pew. Speaking of the Adventure Zone, where are you currently, Vasco, in the story arc?
They just... I'm in Amnesty proper.
Okay.
And, like they...
So you've
I think
gone through all of the
episode,
like...
Yeah, I've done all the between seasons mini arcs or whatever.
Okay.
Did you pay money and do the elementary ones? Because I haven't listened to those yet.
No, I have not done that.
Yeah, I will probably do that at some point.
At some point, it seems likely. But like, I think I've finished whatever the episode is after they go to the other side and meet the new equivalent of the Deals Warlock.
Okay.
Which is like my favorite joke maybe of the whole everything. They set it up so hard that you think it's just gonna be Garfield, and it's not.
But then it's fucking what's his face? It's still a cat. And
yeah,
he's a different cartoon cat.
Good.
Yeah, it's great. It's fucking great. Crash damage fall.
That was like one of the hardest I've had to like try not to laugh out loud at work. It's just like it's just set up so perfectly. You're like, oh, it's just Garfield. Like they have this thing, and it's Garfield, and you know that they like Garfield, and it's Garfield.
Yep.
And it is... No, it's you, but fuck you. But I also thoroughly enjoyed... I think it's the episode right after that where they're, like, trying to figure out how to, like, battle the second monster that shows up. And, like, they just spend, like, 15 minutes, like, naming fictional water parks. And you're just like, what is actually happening?
That shit was great.
Like, I don't understand what we're doing.
H2O, that was fun.
H2O, that was fun.
So stupid.
It's really dumb. Somebody on the subreddit posted that they found some slogan that was H2O.
Yeah, like, no, that's snap. Like a real one. I'm sure of it. I've heard that before.
It's quality. It's quality stuff.
Which is why at a certain point I wasn't sure if they were actually trying to remember like real ones or if they were trying to be clever. I just like wasn't sure.
Wow. Alright, so there wasn't... We got a scope. I mean, there's probably cool things in all of them.
That's, yeah, probably.
You should go to Central.
Okay, we'll go into East.
Or you could go to East.
I like that you told him to look it up, and then he tells you, and then you wait a minute, you're like, no.
Well, I found a cool thing in the last one, so might as well, like, you know, fucking go all in. Also, these enemies are not that hard.
No, it's true, they're not. They're not, like, 20 levels higher than us, like the actual chapter boss. Were we supposed to do these first? It just doesn't seem to make much sense. This also would be a lot harder if we didn't have trial tags.
Yes, it would be.
I don't
know about a lot harder, it just wouldn't be as fast.
It'd be pretty unpleasant, though, I think.
More unpleasant than doing the main story quest with only 2 people? Like...
Well, I mean, arguably, if we did these first and it was unpleasant, then it would be slightly less unpleasant to battle, like, Missile Plug and Buddy. By the way, Missile Plug and Pals was definitely my favorite segment of the Garfield cartoon.
Oh, almost had it. Oh, what? Where did he come from? I thought I killed him.
I don't know, but he was just all up in that animation.
He was something. Apparently there's more than one of them. But they do not matter.
Either of you guys watched any more Monster Factory? It's very good.
Yeah, I when I basically have, like, downtime at work and stuff, I generally, like, put it on while I'm playing Magic. And it is quality. It is quality stuff. I watched the mayor of
the
of Second Life.
Second Life. Yeah.
Did you have you seen the Borth Sampson episode?
Oh
That
god,
was
yeah.
so good.
Oh man.
It's basically they spend like a full 10 minutes just saying how it's basically Bart. Like they're literally just like it's just basically Bart. I mean, we're gonna get sued because this is like just basically Bart.
If you look at the comments for that episode in particular, they're also pretty good because it's pretty much just that all the way down.
I bet.
Someone even set up like a somewhat convincing-looking Matt Groening profile, quoting that like fake Matt Groening like quote about how much of Bart it is. It's pretty good.
That's great.
That character creator in that game, though.
It
know
is
what?
something
Way
else.
too
That's a
in-depth.
real one.
Why
Yeah.
is lopsided an option? Why can you create a lopsided face?
There are a few like really like profoundly different ones. There's that. There's the Phantasy Star Online. There's what is the name of that other weird game?
I watched the what's it called? The cricket one.
Yeah.
The cricket one is fucking great.
I was surprised. I thought that one was gonna be like one of the very few that's not like amazing, and it was like somehow this still works. I don't.
And then
I
they
think
like went and learned
categorically
how to
the
play
wrestling
cricket.
ones are like best. Oh, I know. So
Yeah, I haven't done any wrestling ones yet.
there's one I think that you should save until later. There's a wrestling one that, as like a really mild spoiler, combines some of the other ones.
Huh? Okay.
Well, like one of my favorites on a personal level, I forget what the game is called, but it's like the superhero game,
Okay.
and it just goes like
Is it-
completely off the rails.
DCUO?
No, it's not that.
Is it?
I think it's
City of
called
Heroes?
City of something? Yeah, maybe City of Heroes.
I remember that game.
I sort of like was aware of its existence.
It was a
she
cool
catch up?
idea, but
She's
the problem
caught up to
is.
Zephyr, by the way.
She wasn't that far behind Zephyr, but that is still good. That's good.
Perfect.
Yep, saw that coming.
You managed that so perfectly for just like the maximum amount of embarrassing landing.
Yeah, man.
Like there were just like 4 or 5 stages to like falling down on that.
Yep. Alright, guess we might as well go do the thing.
Sweet hang time.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely need to watch some more Monster Factory and stuff is good. Although now I've been playing lots of Breath of the Wild again.
Yeah, how's that going?
This is great. This shit is great. The game is so good. The Professor's been playing it a bit too, and she's been liking it, right, Professor? See?
So you did wind up getting it on the Switch?
Yeah.
So the professor's there?
No, she's not here. That was just me making mouth noises.
I didn't actually hear anything on my end. It's probably in the recording, but to me it sounded like you tried to finally acknowledge her, and then she didn't respond, and I thought that was pretty great.
That's definitely a thing she would do. Her response was very quiet. His scratch damage is very full.
It's pretty. I'd say it's like a little full. So, like, here's a weird thing. We don't go back to Silver Canyon, really, at this point, right? Getting that ice-proof vest here seems odd.
That's a good point.
I guess it's possible to come down here earlier and just go in here and try and get that one thing. That's some, like, next-level strat.
Yeah. No thanks.
Also,
Fuck
at
this
that
one
point
dog
in
in
the game, these guys
particular.
probably would be. Yeah, right? Do you like his little jacket? Is it Halloween? Halloween for dogs?
It's very cute.
Oh, that reminds me.
That dog should have the right to vote?
Yeah, absolutely. No, I was thinking about how you said Halloween, and it made me think of when you streamed that one game for Halloween. You know what I'm talking about?
Costume Quest?
Yes, thank you.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
And I kept meaning to ask you if you had heard that Microsoft bought Take-Two.
No,
Take-Two?
I hadn't
Not
heard
Take-Two.
that.
Is it Take-Two?
It's not Take-Two. It's Double Fine.
Double Fine. Yeah.
Double Fine.
I
Yeah.
had not heard that. When did that happen? Was that recent?
Recently, yeah. I saw the news story last week.
Huh. I mean...
So, you know, say goodbye to good Team
Microsoft
Schafer games.
bought Rare and didn't really do anything with it. So
No, they like eventually
That's probably not, like,
re-released
great.
Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo 2 on Xbox 360 and then just like...
I mean, they released a Killer Instinct game for the Xbox 360?
See, like, I don't even know what Killer Instinct is. Like, of all the Rare properties, that's like one I don't know what it is.
Oh, it was a fighting game. It was cool back in the Super Nintendo day.
Got it.
Or N64 or whenever it came out, I can't remember. It's all...
I might still try to make the argument, if I don't vomit from tech using the camera, that... Oh, God. That, like, the lack of ability to make even... There we go.
Found it.
Did it.
You could go to that
make
other room.
even one new game from one of the many recognizable Rare properties is still sort of like not still kind of a letdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, Microsoft doesn't seem to do anything with the things that it buys. Like, it bought GitHub.
Well, they,
As far
they
as I
bought
know, hasn't
Skype
done
and
anything
they made
with it.
worse somehow.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh, they made it way worse.
Yeah, but like,
Speaking of...
pre Microsoft, I would have been like, Skype's not great, and now it's like, oh, I mean, you didn't have to prove that it could be worse. Like that
Well,
wasn't
actually-
a challenge.
People are like all like real into Zoom now, believe it or not. So now
No,
that that's
Zoom
happened,
is
I'm
good.
believe that
hopeful.
some amount.
I
I'm
read
hopeful
recently
that
that,
will,
Microsoft will not allow you to use Slack if you work for the company. Like,
Oh yeah, no,
for company
Microsoft
use,
does that sort of thing. Is my understanding.
Slack is like the biggest, like, team communication ability, like, application out there right now.
Yeah.
I mean, Slack doesn't... Slack
I've
is
never used
terrible.
Slack, but I know
I'm sorry, not Slack. Skype. Skype
Skype,
is
yeah.
terrible.
Skype is real bad.
Wait,
So
is
bad.
Skype supposed to be the replacement for Slack at Microsoft?
Yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
Jesus.
effectively.
I have a roommate who works for the state of California, and they use Skype for those purposes.
So
Like,
sorry. for
why?
this.
It's so gross.
I mean, I remember, so Day9, one of my favorite streamers, who
Yep.
you're familiar with because you were the first person who told me about him, Tech.
Yeah.
For a long time, well, he still has the show called Mostly Walking, where he plays like old adventure games with his like friends from video game making college days.
Right.
And for a long time they were using Skype to coordinate their calls, and then I remember, I forget what the game was, but there was like a fucking week where like they just couldn't anymore. There was some update, and then it was just like every 5 seconds it was like, no, wait, now it's not doing that. Alright, now I can't see you. Now the game audio's gone. Now like this, now that. And then it was just like the whole like 2-hour installment was just like technical issues.
Yeah.
And like they had talked for a while about getting rid of Skype, and then like when they were like closing the episode, it's like, so we're never using Skype again.
Alright, so where do I go to turn this shit in? That's my question.
That one is at the
We almost
the
had
top.
it. We didn't fire a single shot.
the thing at the very top. I forget what it's called.
Basilica?
Yeah, that's the one.
That sounds right. I think we did go to the Basilica this chapter, which further
Yes.
reinforces Cotillion's earlier point that we probably did that.
That's a boss square.
I didn't select it.
Okay, I'm just
There's
letting
a
you know
random
because you were
encounter.
headed straight for it.
No, I went the wrong way.
Or did he? Okay, he did.
I'm gonna save. So now we can spend the next half hour waiting for it to check the save data.
Sounds good.
Great. That'll be a whole episode. I'm looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm. Quality
So,
stuff going on.
Do you guys know what Cloudflare is?
Cloud Flare?
I don't think I know
Yeah.
what that is at all.
Is that like a mind
like-
flayer?
No. It has nothing to do with magic.
Does it have tentacles?
Good question.
Yes.
Does it have
It's like
feathers?
it's like GoDaddy. It's a DNS hosting
Okay.
service. Apparently, one small outage in Cloudflare took Discord down over the weekend.
Whoops.
Huh.
Who needs
I haven't
Discord?
heard anything about that.
That happened with
Oh my god. What the fuck?
happened with YouTube a couple years ago around Christmas time because YouTube uses AWS for its
Does it? I didn't know.
Yes, that
and-
sounds familiar.
And like one cluster of AWS servers went down, and YouTube was down across the country
Jeez. It's pretty crazy.
because it was like Christmas Day, and a bunch of people were, like everyone was trying to watch something on.
Right.
Right, rather than spend time with their family.
I'm sorry, I said
Obviously.
YouTube. I meant Netflix.
Okay.
Oh.
That makes a little bit more sense in that context.
God damn it.
Your favorite thing.
Fucking
User
hate it.
interface win. Yeah, YouTube had an outage not that long ago, though. That's why I ended up starting to watch Monster Factory, was because it wouldn't let me, like, change accounts. And so I was, like, stuck on, like, some non-account. And the only thing it would recommend me was Monster Factory. I was like, fuck it, sure.
That actually turned out to be a humongous win.
Yeah, no, it's really good.
Hey,
I
asshole,
still
here's your
hold
damn
that-
book.
You both need to
Ah,
watch.
you found it! So these are ancient texts. They're really boring and they're in a language I can't read. Yeah, no, I actually can't read this.
We got a
There's a
telephoto lens. Well, guess what? Someone else is gonna get to inventory manage that shit.
I wonder who that could be.
Aha! I actually don't know.
Although, in
who's next.
fairness, like, wasn't that, like, this chapter that we upgraded our guns?
Yeah, I believe it
Or, like,
was.
the
so
end
we
of
don't-
last chapter, so we're probably not doing that just yet.
Yeah, I don't think we need to yet.
Fine. Screw you guys.
No.
Oh, by the way, someone had mentioned in the comments that you cannot energy station past core lifts.
Oh, really?
That's
I-
so you can't.
I
You
assume...
can't, in fact, spread it to the entire world from one.
Yeah, I
station.
assume the meaning is not so much energy station, but terminal.
Oh, sorry. Terminal.
Yeah.
Terminal. Yeah, thank you.
At first, I thought you were going to say you couldn't, like, stack a bunch of energy stations next to each other, which I don't think we've ever tried, so that might also be a not thing. But-
Yeah, no, sorry, terminals. You can't terminal past core lifts.
So yeah, there's only like a couple different blocks you can have. It's kind of
Yeah.
interesting. I mean, you could still like paint the world red and maximize the effects that are everywhere. It still
It's true.
technically is a thing you could do.
It's true. I feel like you'd lose track of what was happening real quick. It also means that you can't bring any of those effects up to the higher levels, including the like end of game area.
True, although there
That's-
are
that's not
some
true, I mean-
terminals within the Basilica region.
Are there?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
the
there are.
only core lift that cuts you off is the one to floor 4. So there's a few terminals out there. So those can
Oh,
be
yeah.
applied.
Good call. All right. Well, this has been a very productive episode. I killed many a thing.
Shockingly so.
You did that. I
Go
saw it.
team. Go team. Join us next time
Goat
when
team?
someone else will.
Are we
kill
starting
things.
a goat team?
Yes. Bah!
Is it?
Pizza.
Got a lot of goats.
Vasco, do you know that yet?
I don't
No.
think
Have
it
you
would.
gotten there yet? Oh man, so good.
good. Oh no, you guys, my ultraviolet movies and TV shows are at risk.
Yeah, I get those emails too.
I don't even know what ultraviolet is. Go team. Alright, join us next time. See y'all on the next time side.
You did it.
You guys don't think I'm having a stroke. Call 911.
I don't remember which one of us is reading this, so it's me, because I'm here now.
There you go.
Ugh. I'm in a fix. Deliveries of materials have been so awfully slow. I don't have enough materials to make new clothes. Could I ask you guys to play courier for me? Can you get the materials directly from Daryl down in Cranktown? I refuse on the grounds that... Why the fuck is Daryl spelling his name in that way?
Darrell. That is weird.
D-A-R-R-E-L? I think that Daryl's not a person. I think that he's like a barrel dwellist or whatever.
Yeah,
I think he's a gremlin in a man suit. I think he's Chicken Boo.
Chicken Boo. Wait, what is that from?
Animaniacs.
Yeah.
Ah.
He wears a disguise to look like human guys, but he's not a man. He's a Chicken Boo.